on a bus carrying pilgrims is what we're getting to know right now. Visuals on your screen from whatever is happening over there as we speak. Details flooding in at the moment. There you see the casualties as well being given some sort of relief operations underway, and we will be giving you the very latest as to what's happening over there. But a terrorist attack there on a bus carrying pilgrims.
इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है कि एक बहुत ही अनफॉर्चुनेट इंसिडेंट हुआ है। और ये इनिशियली जो हमें रिपोर्ट्स आई वो यही है कि मिलिटेंट्स घात लगाए बैठे थे और उन्होंने उस बस के ऊपर फायर किया जो कि शिवखोड़ी से निकली थी और टुवर्ड्स कटरा जा रही थी। उसकी वजह से जो ड्राइवर है उसका बैलेंस जो है वो बिगड़ा और वो नीचे बस जो है वो खाई में चली गई। रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन जो है वो अभी कंप्लीट किया जा चुका है। 9 are feared dead right now and 33 इंजर्ड हुए हैं। उनको इमीडिएटली नारायणा हॉस्पिटल और डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल रियासी के लिए एम्बुलेंसेस को निकाल दिया गया है।
Sunil Bhatt, my colleague, I'm being told, is on the line with us for more details on this. Sunil, if you could tell us firstly, is there any organized group, terrorist group that has claimed responsibility for this particular attack? Sunil, are you with us? Okay, there just seems to be some problem in getting across to Sunil Bhatt, my colleague, who will get us more details. But on your screens right now are those visuals of the attack that's happened in Jammu and Kashmir's Reasi district, where a bus carrying pilgrims has been attacked by terrorists. Okay, now terrorists attack civilians in Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir police sources have told India Today that a Yatri bus carrying pilgrims to Shivkhori shrine in Reasi district was fired upon by terrorists. 9 people, as we heard from police officials as well, have been killed after firing. The bus rolled down a gorge following the attack after losing its balance. According to sources, it is the same group of terrorists who are hiding in the upper reaches of Rajouri, Poonch and Reasi. Police teams have rushed to the spot after getting information about the attack, and more details are awaited from the concerned authorities. Sunil G. Bhatt, my colleague, joining me right now for more details on this. Sunil, Mir Farid, in fact, joining us right now. Sunil will be joining us in just a short while as well. Mir, if you could tell us what exactly happened, the time as to when the attack took place, and what are the relief measures that are being provided at the moment?
Yes, the local administration, the police, the quick reaction teams of the security agencies are on the location. In fact, all the injured have been taken to the nearest hospitals. Now, this is near Chandi Mode. That's a place in Reasi. It's a place around 65 kilometers from Jammu headquarters. This bus that was carrying pilgrims was returning from Shivkhodi Yatra. It's a pilgrimage place in Reasi. They were coming back and the bus was full of pilgrims. And near this mode, it seems that the terrorists were waiting. They had laid an ambush, and as soon as the bus reached this particular location, they opened fire. Now, the intent was to paralyze the bus because first, the driver was hit, and it seems that he was badly hit. He lost control of the bus and it fell into a gorge. Now, these casualties that have happened are due to the accident, due to the fall, because it seems that the bus fell in a very deep ditch. Now, visuals obviously tell you that there were at least 20 people in the bus. According to the local administration, 10 have been confirmed dead. There are some injured who are grievously hurt, and they are under treatment in the hospital. So quite clearly, this is an attack, another attack in the Jammu side, and to be precise, if you talk of Rajouri Poonch, previously there have been similar ambushes, but against the army, against belt forces. This time around, they have targeted civilians, and quite clearly, if you remember, in 2018 there was a similar attack on Amarnath. Pilgrims who were being taken to Amarnath in Anantnag. There was an attack there also. The driver was first targeted to paralyze the bus, and then they opened fire. This time around, the bus, it seems, was speeding. Obviously, once the driver was hit, it lost control, and then it fell into a ditch. Now, the security agencies are on it. The surrounding area has been cordoned off. The QRTs have reached, and an effective search operation they're trying to launch in the area. But quite clearly, this is a headache for the security agencies, because the Jammu, especially the Pir Panchal belt, has been activated. There have been attacks one after the other. And just yesterday, the DGP of Jammu and Kashmir was on record saying that there are at least 70 to 80 non-local terrorists who are active in Jammu and Kashmir, and they have recently infiltrated. And it is a transition phase where the local militancy is being taken over by the non-locals. So it seems another attack. And then you also have to watch out the timing, because on the other side, there was this swearing-in ceremony. The government was being formed, and just coinciding with that, this attack took place. So right now, I can tell you that no one as of now has claimed responsibility, but sources in the police say that the PAFF, the People's Anti-Fascist Front, which is the shadow outfit of the Jaish, could be behind this attack. Back to you.
Sunil Bhatt also joining us on this broadcast for more details on this. Sunil, if you could firstly tell us, as far as the casualties are concerned, where have those who've been injured been taken to, and what sort of relief is being given to them?
Well, as per the Senior Superintendent of Police, Reasi District, Mohita Sharma, 9 people are dead and 33 others have been injured in this terror attack. And injured have been shifted to District Hospital, Reasi, and Narayana Super Speciality Hospital in Katra. Treatment is going on, and investigation has also been launched in this terror attack. But it's a matter of huge concern, because in the last 2 years, there have been number of terror attacks that have taken place in hilly areas of Jammu region, be it Rajouri, Poonch and Reasi. So it's a matter of huge concern for the security agencies, and that is why now additional troops are being rushed to the spot. A cordon has been laid, and the priority for the security forces is to ensure that all those terrorists who carried out this dastardly terror attack are neutralized. And as per the information that has been provided by the Reasi police, this was a bus carrying pilgrims, carrying devotees, who had gone to Shiv Khodi shrine in Reasi district of Jammu and Kashmir, and they had left from Shiv Khodi now after performing the yatra, when suddenly at a particular spot, terrorists who were hiding in the dense vegetation, they fired upon this bus, and as a result of that, the driver lost his balance, and this bus fell into a ditch, and as a result of that, many people lost their lives, and as per the latest information, 9 people are dead and 33 others are injured.
Sunil, is there anything, because, it's worrying that, such an attack has taken place now for the second time. In fact, as Mir also earlier pointed out, that in 2018 it was the Amarnath pilgrims. Today, again, innocent pilgrims being targeted. Are the security forces in response to the fact that that pilgrims are being targeted, civilians are being targeted, looking at the situation differently and trying to launch an investigation and a counter attack in many ways, which is fitting enough?
Well, this particular region has emerged as the hotbed of terrorism in last 2 years. And there are pilgrimage sites that are located in this particular region, whether it's the Buddha Amarnath shrine that is located in Poonch district. Similarly, Mata Vaishno Devi shrine is located in Reasi district. Shiv Khodi shrine is also located in Reasi district. So it's a matter of huge concern for the security agencies, because now terrorists are targeting the devotees also. In the past, we have seen that, pilgrims have been been targeted in the Kashmir Valley. Amarnath Yatra pilgrims have been targeted. And this year's Amarnath Yatra is going to begin from June 29. So a thorough security review is already being done, and a robust security arrangement is being, put in place for this year's Shri Amarnath Ji Yatra. But ahead of this has come as a major setback for the security forces, and it's a matter of huge concern. This raises questions also because in the last 2 years, number of terror attacks have taken place, and as per our sources in the security establishment, about 12 to 20 terrorists are hiding in the upper reaches of Rajouri, Poonch and Reasi, and most of these terrorists are Pakistani terrorists. So that is why time and again security analysts have also raised concern, and they have called for a thorough review of the entire security management, particularly in the hilly areas of Jammu region, be it Reasi, Rajouri and Poonch. Another terror attack has now taken place today, and this raises questions. But right now the priority for the administration and the security agencies is to ensure that those who are injured are properly, given proper treatment, and they have been rushed to the two hospitals, one in District Hospital Reasi as well as Narayana Super Speciality Hospital in Katra. 9 people are unfortunately dead. As I said, that the terrorists fired upon this bus that was carrying devotees. The driver lost his balance and this bus fell into a ditch, and 9 people have lost their lives as per the latest information. 33 others are battling for their lives in 2 hospitals of Reasi district. And there are, terrorists present in the upper reaches of Rajouri, Poonch and Reasi, and these terrorists are Pakistani terrorists who have infiltrated from the line of control, and they have been carrying out terror attacks in the last 2 years. Some of them have even managed to make their way towards the Kashmir Valley. So since the geography of this entire region is so that it comes, advantageous for the terrorists. So the entire stretch is surrounded by dense forests, mountains. So somehow the geography of this area is being, misused by the terrorists. There is dense vegetation there. There are natural caves which, are used as hideouts by these terrorists. And there are local sympathizers also, handful of local sympathizers also, who are known as overground workers of terrorists, who provide them logistics support, and that is why these terrorists are able to carry out these dastardly terror attacks.
Sunil, stay with us. Let me go across to Mir, who also happens to be on this broadcast with us. Mir, the fact that, this comes just a day after the Election Commission announced the electoral process, this beginning of the electoral process in Jammu and Kashmir, does this sort of have a direct link with that particular announcement that comes in?
Well, obviously, it is a matter of investigation, but quite clearly now, as I said, the DGP also confirmed that it's a transition. Local recruitments have been controlled by the security agencies. Multi-pronged strategy has been used. You would have noticed that recruitments have come down, and in fact, there also has been a case where the security agencies are launching search and combing operations. They're trying to maintain pressure on the terror outfits. But since Kashmir is controlled, so they have also revised their strategy. They are now trying to target assets, security agencies, be it army. Recently, they targeted the Air Force. And we've been told that this is a very highly trained group of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. They are functioning in the name of People's Anti-Fascist Front. And our sources, as far as this attack is concerned, also confirmed that probably M4 assault rifles could have been used in this attack, because the cartridges that have been found on the ground hint that these are sophisticated weapons, and usually those are carried by commanders of Jaish and the terrorists of Jaish. So that also tells you that in this case also PAFF could be responsible, but again, it's a matter of investigation. But you're right, any such incident has its ramifications on events or on big things that are planned, including assembly elections. Though the security agencies are confident that they have managed to have an incident-free Lok Sabha election process. So they are confident that they are going to take it forward. But definitely this remains a challenge. And they also know that the local resident militancy is almost over. And now to keep the pot boiling, they are now sending in infiltrators. While 80 have managed to sneak in, there are still many who are waiting on launch pads for the first opportune moment to come this side. So it is a big challenge. It's an ongoing dynamic process. While the security agencies have an upper hand overall, but they also try to really come in with different strategies, and that is what they are doing in the Poonch Rajouri belt. As Sunil said, the topography is very advantageous. They have ample hiding positions, and then if you look at the training and the security agencies there, you have in Kashmir well-oiled mechanism backed by robust intel network. In Jammu, since it was not a hotbed, it was not something where you had resident militancy, so it will take time for the security agencies to completely get an upper hand, to get a situation where they have securities, they have a mechanism on the ground to tackle this group or these militants who have taken advantageous positions, and after carrying out an attack, they just disappear into the forest area. So it will require now going back to the drawing board and re-strategizing as far as Jammu side is concerned, especially Peer Panchal, for the security agencies. And definitely it's now a challenge because there is an Amarnath Yatra that's also going to start in some time from now, and that's also a huge security challenge after it is quite clear that they will target civil assets. Also they will target, they'll not shy away from targeting yatris, civilians, and basically defenseless people, which obviously is a case where these people were like sitting ducks for them because they fired at them and then basically escaped from the spot. The driver quite clearly was deliberately hit to paralyze the bus, and he lost control and fell into a ditch. So it is a challenge, but I'm sure the security agencies will be on it. And right now also QRTs are there and they're trying to launch an effective search and combing operation to track down these assailants. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Mir, for sharing those details. Let me just go across to Sunil Bhatt, who continues to be with us. Sunil, you were speaking of the topography of a brief while back as to how it really aids the terrorists as well. But the fact that it's a crucial month, let's not forget, it's a crucial month in the sense that you're expecting the blueprint for the upcoming assembly polls to be announced. You're looking at the election commission being on the ground. It's a poll activity that's been anticipated highly by the entire nation. So all eyes on Jammu and Kashmir in that regard. Does it put then more focus and pressure on not just the election commission but the security forces as well to ensure that in such a time they really get their act together and are on their toes to avert any sort of a situation like this going forward, because you're looking at the rollout of the plan as far as this poll activity is concerned?
Well, Jammu and Kashmir administration and the security agencies heaved a sigh of relief, because Lok Sabha elections passed off peacefully in Jammu and Kashmir, particularly in the Kashmir Valley and in south of Pir Panjal region in Jammu region. Now, assembly elections are also going to take place. So it has come as a huge challenge for the security agencies. And as I said, the terrain is a major challenge as far as south of Pir Panjal region is concerned. This entire stretch is surrounded by dense forests, mountains, and at times visibility is also very low, and there are natural caves which are used as hideouts by the terrorists. So it's a very challenging and uphill task for the security agencies to carry out counter-terror operations in an area like this. The security forces have managed to neutralize many terrorists, but as per the security establishment, still there is presence of about 20 terrorists in the upper reaches of south of Pir Panjal, and most of these terrorists are Pakistanis, highly trained, and they are equipped with some of the most modern weapons. So that is why it has come as a huge challenge for the security agencies, and in the last 2 years this entire area has emerged as the hotbed of terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir. Security forces are on their job as far as this particular terror attack is concerned that took place today. It's a joint operation that is being carried out by the security forces, be it the Indian Army, Jammu and Kashmir Police and paramilitary forces. They have launched an intense search operation across the length and breadth of Reasi district, but so far the security forces have not been able to establish any contact with the terrorists. And if we see see what has happened previously. In most, I beg your pardon, on most of the occasions, terrorists, after carrying out terror attacks, managed to flee, managed to give a slip to the security forces, and it seems that in this particular case also the terrorists have escaped. And as I said, that there are natural caves in this stretch, in this area, which are used as hideouts by these terrorists. And there are, unfortunately, there are few overground workers of terrorists who provide them logistics support and other kind of support, and that is why these terrorists are able to sustain in this difficult terrain for such a long time, and they are able to carry out attacks on security forces, on non-combatants, on civilians, whenever they find any opportune time. They have chosen today, it's clear that they have chosen today to carry out this attack because swearing in ceremony of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Council of Ministers was going to take place, and just ahead of that, this terror attack took place. So terrorists are trying to register their presence. They are trying to send out a message that all is not well in Jammu and Kashmir. But if we see that after the abrogation of Article 370 and 35A, there has been semblance of normalcy, particularly in the Kashmir Valley. Gone are the days when street protests used to take place, when anti-India protests used to take place. But there is normalcy in Kashmir Valley. But terrorists and Pakistan have changed their strategy. They are now focusing on the hilly belt of Jammu region because it's a difficult area. Terrain is a major challenge, and that is why they carry out the attacks on security forces and civilians, and then they escape from the spot. They go to their hideouts. Then it becomes very challenging and difficult for the security forces to face these terrorists and to neutralize them.
Yeah. So big challenge ahead because as Sunil points out, the topography is an issue, the weaponry being used, the timing of it, very meticulous as well, but a big challenge ahead for the Indian security forces. Let me thank both my colleagues Mir Farid and Sunil Bhatt for joining us and giving us all the latest updates on this particular story. A bus being attacked carrying innocent pilgrims who were coming back from the shrine and were headed back to Katra, attacked by terrorists. 9 feared dead as far as the police authorities are concerned, the update that we were given by them. But countermeasures now being taken and the area has been cordoned off. We will get you the very latest on this story. Don't go anywhere. Stay with India Today.